Hi, this is Rodney Apple, founder and president of SCM Talent Group. Welcome back. We're going to get started here in just a second with the second part of the two-part series covering 10 core competencies needed to reach Chief Supply Chain Officer. Number 6 is the ability to deploy technology and innovation across the business. We have seen what Amazon has done to totally disrupt all things retail over the years, and nowadays customers expect you to be able to deliver a product or service when they want it and where they want it. So to do that, you have to be able to successfully deploy these technologies. These consist of everything from robotics to blockchain, the Internet of Things. You've got advanced planning solutions where the computers or the algorithms are doing a lot of the heavy lifting as it relates to forecasting demand. And the ability to do that, it's not only about understanding what these technologies do. A lot of it comes down to change management and being able to serve as a leader within the organization, a strategic business partner, again, getting the right people on the right bus. Number 7 is strategic relationship building and communication abilities. As we've talked about, supply chains are global. It touches every aspect of a business. So you've got to be able to build those solid relationships to your internal stakeholders throughout the entire organization, all the way through externally to your vendors, your service providers. You're working with foreign governments at times, and you've got to be able to communicate from the very top, board of director presentations, articulating business strategy, all the way down to your shop floor associates within your factories and distribution facilities. Being able to inspire them to do great things is paramount for success. So number 8 is leveraging data analytics. We have seen a rapid advancement in terms of technology and different types of solutions and innovations that are being deployed throughout the end-to-end supply chain. So it's imperative to be able to not only access the data, but to have the right talent and to have the right systems and tools that can help with deciphering, interpreting, and most important, making the right business decisions. You also want to stay ahead of changes within the marketplace, within the different economies across the globe. You want to use the data to maybe come up with different types of product innovations and find better ways to ultimately serve your customers. Number 9 is having a relentless focus on continuous improvement. And I have personally recruited and stood up many different continuous improvement organizations over the years. I've seen them go wrong, and I've seen what a solid CI organization can do to a company as well. So it's imperative to have the right team on place. Obviously, you want to have the right team that's going to be able to deploy the right tools, the right methodologies, and especially the right leadership. It's not all about, improving a process, improving a system. It's really about improving the entire business, and especially within supply chain, within operations, and even externally with your suppliers all the way through to your customers. The Holy Grail is to develop a culture of continuous improvement. Some of the most successful organizations out there in America and throughout the globe have that relentless focus, and they're always looking for better ways. They're never happy with the status quo. And when you can get all of your associates down to the ground floor that are thinking continuous improvement and embracing it in their day-to-day jobs, it can make a tremendous impact on the organization. Number 10 is supply chain sustainability. Gone are the days of companies having a single focus on doing whatever it takes to improve and increase shareholder value without focusing on the social and environmental impacts that are made. There's been stepped up pressure, there's been more transparency, especially with social media as it relates to what's going on within your supplier base, especially in developing countries. What kind of waste are you producing that goes downstream and has a negative impact? So we're seeing the consequences of the Industrial Revolution, if you will, in terms of having negative impacts on the environment, and supply chain is an area that can have a significant positive impact on the environment, on the social side of the supply chain. You're in the PR spotlight these days, and you want to make sure that you maintain a positive image while helping to do what you can to protect the environment. But I would say last but not least, a lot of value can be extracted when you have solid sustainability initiatives in place, not just internally within your organization. It's obvious that you can, try to lower your energy consumption, reuse, repurpose, but if you put a focus with your suppliers, working on joint sustainability initiatives, and also with your customer base, a lot of value can be extracted, which can have a positive impact on your organization. So now that we've covered 10 of the core competencies needed to reach that coveted head of supply chain or chief supply chain officer position, let's talk about your career and some things that you can do today to make sure you're preparing yourself and planning properly to gain these experiences and to reach that next level. So take a step back and look at your career. You have to have goals in place. They have to be SMART goals. They have to be achievable, attainable. And you have to be with an organization that's going to give you the right opportunities, the right learning, the right development that's going to stretch you as well so you can gain these experiences. So the moment you find that you're getting stalled or you feel like you're not able to advance further, you need to have a plan B. Networking is also critical for success. It's not always about what you know, it's about who you know as well. So you should always be focusing on networking and building relationships with those key decision makers and executives that are going to be in a position to hire someone at that C-level. Thanks for watching. This concludes our leadership series on 10 core competencies needed to advance to the head of supply chain or chief supply chain officer level